All right, welcome to the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, at the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. We have a feature matchup here between Savannah Easton and Sakura Muramatsu. We have watched both of these young ladies play a few times over the last year, so not each other, but everyone else. We are waiting for them to get through the player announcements in the middle of the room. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I am in the booth with Kia Burwell.
Hey, everyone.
Hey. We got our putting her to work at this event. So excited to have you in the booth with us,
I
Kia.
appreciate it.
All right. So we are waiting for them to finish player announcements. Just want to throw out a few things. Currently, the rank. Let's be really clear. Savannah Easton plays in almost every WPBA event, so she is currently ranked number. I thought she was 11, but it says 12 on her bio sheet here. She resides in Las Vegas, Nevada. We call her the Roadrunner. So, and then Sakura Muramatsu, her current WPBA ranking is 82nd, but that is not exactly her world ranking. That is just her tour ranking. So Sakura is a very talented young lady. She resides in Japan, and we don't have a nickname for her, so maybe we can get something together for her
Right.
while we watch her play. So we're pretty excited. We're just going to wait for them to finish the player announcements, guys, and as soon as we do, we'll get this show on the road. Thank you for watching so much. We'll be in action with you shortly. All right, folks, and we're off. Here these ladies go. This is an A-side matchup. Both of these ladies, this is their first round of this event. All right, so we've seen the lag, and it looks like Savannah has won the lag. Let's talk about the match rules. They are going to lag for the first break, which you just saw. It's an alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom two pockets. We are racking with the 9 on the spot. There is no break box. The opponents rack for each other. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. Did I miss anything, Kia?
You covered everything.
Hey, all right, so here we go. Savannah is allowed to check the rack. She is not allowed to touch it. If she needs an adjustment in the rack, she has to ask Sakura to re-rack or fix said adjustment. Other than that, looks like Savannah Easton to break. Right, as soon as they start their tablet, we'll be able to see the score in the bottom of your screen. Until then, no worries. You'll be able to see it on the scorekeeper in the top middle of your screen that they use for the spectators here on site. So we are lucky enough to be able to see both of them. So if there's ever a discrepancy, trust me, we know it. All right, so Savannah has broken dry. Really didn't leave much for Sakura.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to go ahead and lag. I mean, you know what I mean, push out.
That's right.
Yeah. Smart move.
I feel like I've spoken about this a few other times, in the past on the stream, but I feel like the push out is almost like a blessing and a curse.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it stops you from fouling, but most of the time they're not giving it back to you. They're just going to
Right.
do to you what you were going to do to them.
Due to them.
So it's like, man, it's a double-edged sword, So, yeah. All right. For anybody who is currently watching on WPBA Billiards on YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in. We do accept donations through the Super Chat system, or you can donate to the stream at WPBA.com. If you do it on the Super Chat, we'll give you a shout out live right here. Great safety by
Yeah.
Stab. You knew that was
Pretty.
coming.
Yeah. Beep beep.
And so just for that, and if you're watching currently on Billiard TV or Amazon Prime, thank you for joining us. This is the WPBA live at the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. All right, so it looks like Sakura is going to be kicking probably 2 rails at this one. Top rail, right long
Between
rail.
those balls. Nope. Yeah.
She caught it a little
That was
bit
pretty
fast.
tough. It was pretty tough to get to.
It was not an easy kick shot. All right, so Savannah going for, she's going to have to play the combo because the blue 2 is sitting underneath the purple 5. So she wouldn't be able to get to that blue 2 easily if she didn't use it in a combination. You almost didn't hit that hard enough, Kia. All right, but it did work out. The blue 2 fell, so Savannah's getting the bridge out. Savannah's been playing on tour for a few years now, and she was about 1.5 feet shorter when she first started. So it's rare she has to use the bridge much anymore. Yeah. She's gotten so tall. All right. So, Kia, what do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself a more aggressive player, or do you think you're a passive player?
I would say aggressive, but I'm starting to lean more on the passive side,
Well, you have quite the social media collaboration or compilation of all of the drills and stuff that you do. So I could see where you would be confident to be a more aggressive player because of doing things like that.
Yeah.
All right. So Savannah has, I don't know if she was attempting the safety there, if she was attempting a 2-way shot on that. But she has left Sakura a shot on the red 3. Little understruck, but that's nature of the beast. Just so you know, both of these ladies, their first match of this event.
We're still in the first round.
That's right. We're still in stage of round 1 of this event. We have 32 matches to get through today. So, yeah, I think this is the last round of the round 1.
That makes sense.
So we have 8 tables on site. 2 practice tables in the back of the space for the girls to get warmed up on. But diamond tables, Aramith balls. We are using the black series of Aramith balls, and with the pink 4 and the purple 5, and Simonis cloth for the tables. So best in the business.
You have to be careful with that pink 4 and purple 5.
Yeah, for sure. It does take a little bit of time because usually we use the Pro Cup series, right? So we use the pink 4 and the orange 5.
Yeah, I thought she was going to do that, play the safety again.
Very well executed shot by Savannah. So Savannah is a crowd favorite as well as a fan favorite here on tour.
Yeah.
She travels with her parents and they're wonderful. I mean, the whole family's great. Good people. They're a lot of fun. Very supportive of Savannah and all their children, really. But I think it's great that they do this as a unit. All right, so kicking one rail does get a good hit. Not sure that she's going to leave Savannah in a bad way. It looks as though Sav with a bridge should be just fine to pocket this pink four. All right, so do you try to bump into one of these balls to hold your cue, or do you try to shoot it 2 rails out with the bridge, Kia? What do you like here?
Well,
She played it with spin.
that's yeah, and what you see is kind of dangerous because she could have scratched.
Yeah.
And it's even kind of, you really got to pick that path because the side pocket is in play too, the one on the left to us. But she didn't hurt herself too bad here.
No, she definitely didn't leave Sakura a very good shot. Although she can see the pink four, it's just not really a makeable ball. I think she's going for the containing.
Containing safety.
Yeah. So Savannah Easton, like I said, she is she's just really a cool young lady. She's a 7-time BEF junior national champion. She has been playing on the WPBA for a very long time with a high 4th place finish, and she's also a 4-time ultimate pool champion. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, so she is just really such a just amazing talent in our sport. So we love having her here as part of the WPBA family, and it's almost like I feel as though she's kind of grown up with us, right?
Yeah, she has. I remember her playing in the Sledgehammer Open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
her and
like her
her and
thing,
I
yeah.
went hill.
Yeah, when
she
her
got
very
me.
first, yeah, well, she's a tough little cookie.
Yes.
And her very first event was the 2022 Northern Lights in Minnesota. And I remember we did a little clip of, Angela Janik did a little clip of her and Jerry Ng, our youngest and our oldest
Yes,
touring member.
yes.
It was so cute. All right, so back to the match, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sakura Muramatsu, and she is also a talented young lady. We don't have a ton of stuff about her, but she has won the Texas Open 2 times. For those of you guys who are not familiar, that's at Skinny Bob's, and it's a pool action event. I don't know that it is anymore, but it used to be. And she's actually been the champion there 2 times, so it's not an easy field. So a little bit of information about her, but that's really almost all I've got on her, on her bio. She just didn't give us a lot. But she seems a very pleasant young lady, so always smiles at you when you see her, and I like that. All right, so a little roll in. She's going to the end rail and back out.
Yeah, letting it stroke out.
Yeah. All right,
And
so
here's the tester here.
it worked out okay, but I feel as though there's a little bit of humidity in the room.
Yes.
That shot could have really gone south for her there, especially forcing through the angle on it. But it hasn't, so she's definitely sitting in a position. Good job. So you're going to go 2 rails and out. She ends up catching the point.
A little
and
love tap.
May have gotten the love on
Fader.
that. Sure enough.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. We all like a little love. Everybody likes a little love, especially on the pool table,
Right.
right? Right.
All right, she drew first blood.
I felt like that was the second rack. That was only the first rack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
It just felt like it lasted a bit longer than I was expecting. All right, everybody. So don't forget, if you're part of the, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Billiard TV and you want to support the WPBA, go ahead and hop on over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up, a subscribe. And if you're interested in donating to the stream, please do so right there. You can click on the money symbol right next to your chat box. But if not, thank you for tuning in. We're having a great time here in day one at the Soaring Eagle Masters. This is a WPBA produced event. This is a world ranking event. So all of these ladies are getting world ranking points by being in here in this event. That's always a bonus.
Yeah.
I like that we're starting to have a few more of those here in the States, in the U.S.
Nice break. Got a ways to travel to get down table for that 2-ball though. Nice spread.
Yeah, but I think she's got enough angle here. She's just going to have to throw it down there. You know, hit the ball a little bit, maybe hit the ball a little fatter with some left-hand spin. Try not to hit it too thin unless you want to hit it thin and go 2 rails, but you have to be careful. Hey, Jude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation. We'll make sure to get that shout out to you. All right, nice touch on that too, and stayed in the window of the pink 4. I think she's got enough angle here. Should be able to drag it around 2 rails for the purple 5. She may not get the second rail, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, still not bad.
That's actually not bad at all, yeah.
Right.
So I just want to remind everyone at home as well that these ladies are on a mandatory 40-second shot clock with 1 40-second extension per rack and 60 seconds after the break.
Very nice shot. Not much for her to do here to complete the rack. Very nice touch. The tablet hasn't been updated to show the scores at the bottom of your screen, but Sakura is taking a 2-0 lead on Savannah in a race to 8. Oh, there it is. It's updated for you. Welcome back, Lonnie.
Thank you. I'm going
Yeah.
to step away for a second, guys. Sorry about that.
Sakura had a very nice, smooth out there. Take a 2-zip lead.
These ladies are racing 8 for anyone who's not familiar with our stream. The scoreboard at the bottom there is, it's got 3 little numbers next to the player's name. That is what they call their Fargo rating. It's an international world system of ranking players. The higher the number, the better the player. So according to Fargo, these ladies are only about 40 points difference. It's not too bad. And currently at the moment, the little number that's next to that number in parentheses, that's the number they need of racks they need to win. So these ladies are racing to 8. Looks like, let's go to a different camera
Is she
view for
hooked?
that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. I actually think she is. Maybe
Mhm.
not. She might
I
have
don't think
this.
she is, but they
Yeah.
definitely need to get the template off the table.
Yeah, so with 2 balls on it, though, they're not allowed to touch it just yet.
Okay.
So they're going to have to knock one out of there. If she pockets this one, she'll be able to do that. She opts for the safety, just kind of containing the shot. On I do think Savannah has the window on the bottom right-hand corner, though.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And it lends itself naturally with the cue ball dragging to the left side of the table. So she may end up with a nice shot on the 2 as well. She's going to have to catch the window under that purple 5 ball, but it's definitely going in that direction if she pockets the 1. All right. A little bit too much pace on that cue ball there. If she's under the 2, don't know that she can see it any longer. So just so everyone knows,
to kick it, yeah.
yeah, the red rack on the table is the Perfect Rack. They are the official rack sponsor of the WPBA, produced in Canada. Shout out to them for making an amazing product. I
Yeah,
really like
it
my Perfect
really is
racks.
nice.
They work really well, and you can use them for a very long time. Like, I mean, I think I've had mine. This is my second one, but it took me probably 3-4 months to really put some wear and tear on that Perfect rack before I was like, yeah, I might need a new one.
I'm still using the first one I
Hey,
had.
there
Yeah.
you go. And I
No
know you
issues.
practice, so no worries about that. All right, so nice kick there. She probably tried to go both ways. She probably tried to go both ways there.
Mm. Possibly going for a containing safety. Not sure. I thought she came up short on the shot, but I'm not in the mind of the player, so
It's tough to sit on this side, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Yeah, I try to warn people, like, it's not easy, but it's fun. So you just get in there and do it, you know? Nobody's the best commentator on the planet. Everybody makes mistakes, so we just like it when the ladies will get in here, give us some of their personality, and let's have some fun. All right, this is going to look out
It's coming
nice.
out.
It did. Leaked out. You can see from Savannah's body language,
Yeah,
too.
like,
She always has that. I mean, you can watch Savannah from afar and know what's happening in her match usually.
just by the sway of the ponytail.
Yeah, just by her ponytail, you know. Very true.
I still feel like she missed that shot and wasn't playing a containing safety. But I still could be wrong because maybe she wasn't comfortable trying to hold the cue ball for the 3.
And that's definitely
You know what I'm
possible.
saying?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Wow, what a nice shot by
Yeah.
Sav. Yeah, especially being so close to the unreal there. Wonderful shot. Another nice
No.
shot. She get
Can
up
she
under the
see the
5.
4?
Oh, I don't know. We'll have to go to the side beat. It's tough. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
to the overhead. We got a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of views, folks. Let's see what we got.
And you said get on the 5.
I
You
know.
see?
She got
I
under the
have,
5.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
just said it backwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very easy to screw up the 2 color types
Yes.
here between, flip-flopping the racks, the sets of balls that we use. It is sometimes a little discombobulating, huh?
Yeah.
No pun intended
I
there.
was like that in my first match.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got perfect shape for the 5. And I turn around and said, oh no, there's the 4.
Oh,
And I'm hooked.
no. Yeah, that's no good. No, bueno.
She's going to skim off of this. Another safety. Yeah. Oh, she's going to leak out. So Lena can see that.
Yeah, the good thing is there's still distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Distance makes the shot much more difficult no matter what. So by using the distance on a 9-foot table, you'll notice that this happens a lot between players where they get into these little safety interchanges, in which case distance is always helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't get the lock-up safety,
Right.
but you get the distance. So you
Yes.
feel like, okay, maybe they won't catch the safety back and I'll get the window, So, it's just part of the process. All right, so this is a difficult shot because if you roll safe, you trying to just play a slight containing safety. It's very difficult from that distance to roll said safety.
Right.
But what about like banking the 9-ball up table and just trying to get some separation? Maybe even making, yeah, she's gonna try to roll it. See how difficult
That's
that
very
is.
difficult. Yeah. I didn't expect her to take that route.
I think when the safety's that difficult, I'm swinging for something random,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
the 4-9 or kicking the 4 up into the 9 or something, but the safety was so difficult. Sometimes you just gotta. I have a phrase I like to use that fortune tends to favor the bold occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
So in those situations, if the safety's just as hard as the shot, like might as well swing at it.
I remember someone told me one time, they took a Hail Mary shot, poke and hope.
Right? There's that too. I'm sure lots of people have heard that phrase before. A very common phrase amongst pool players. And if you're not a pool player, some of the phrases that we use would not seem appropriate.
Right.
But, but if you play pool at all, you start to use all those phrases. All right, nice touch there. Just a slight touch on the 7, pushing that 7 just a little closer to that bottom right hand pocket.
Yeah, checking her angle to see where she needs to leave herself for the 8.
Right, 2 rails out for the 8. Now here, this is, in my opinion, she's almost in a tweener, like in between the angles that she could use,
Yeah.
Here she, in my opinion, if she wants to stay on the right side of the 9, right side in our view, of course, She's just gonna play it with a little bit of draw, maybe even a little draw
Not
right
just
hand
right.
English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if, you know, if she really had put a little more angle in it, she could go to either side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah.
gonna hold it and take the longer shot on the 9 ball. Not a bad thing. It's sometimes that's just the right shot. And especially for her, because then she's guaranteeing she's pocketing the 8
Right.
and giving herself a
Yeah.
clear shot on the 9.
Don't want to risk it.
Yeah, why, you know? All right, and she drains it,
Very
ladies and
good.
gentlemen. Score is currently 3-0 in favor of Sakura Muramatsu over Savannah Easton, the Roadrunner. Just for a second, guys, we're going to take just a minute to say thank you to our sponsors here at the WPBA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back in action. All right, Sakura to break. She's currently up 3 racks over Savannah Easton.
Well, this is going to be an interesting rack because we have the 4 and the 5 on the same long rail.
Yeah, that's definitely difficult. Yeah, and the 3 being on the right side of the table makes it even more difficult.
Yeah.
You know? Right. Little tap
That was
bump on
very
the
well.
6.
Yeah, very well done. Looks like she can take that in the top right corner and send the cue ball between the 7-9 to get to the 3. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it got there.
Mm-hmm. He said, let me wipe my feet first.
Yep. Since you put the rug out for me. All right, so here's where Keo was referring to. It's position from the 3 to the 4. How she hit
Oh,
it.
how
Oh,
did she hit it?
she hit it so good. Beautiful. All right, so
Mhm.
just pocket speed, make that pink 4-ball. Now here, I mean, she doesn't have to hit this with a lot of pace, but she does want to try to get the cue ball off the rail.
Yeah.
So she's going to roll this forward with maybe a little stun roll.
Whoa.
Oh, she used all of that pocket. And she can just draw this tiny bit. No, if she's got much angle on it. I'll have to go to the side view there. A little bit of angle there. Nice. 2 rails and
2
out.
rails, yes.
Good deal. Somebody must have just bumped the light next to the table. The camera said, wiggle, wiggle. All right, and a little drawback on this.
A little. It's a little tap on, little touch is the word I was trying to use.
All right, and the
Very
9
nice.
in the same pocket got her on the
Very
board.
nice. Mm-hmm.
Sass getting herself in gear here. Sakura's not giving her a ton of options up until this point. They've had some really interesting safety battles. Savannah Easton's on the board, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 3-1.
I think Sakura had a dry break.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I came back in right after that, I think, right after she broke
Mm-hmm.
the balls. All right. So let's see. What can we get ourselves into, you guys? Check this out real quick while she's wrecking.
I'm Christina Tkach, the #1 in the world, and you're watching WPBA on YouTube.
That's our world #1 player, Christina Tkach. Also the WPBA #1 ranked player. Saying make sure that you know you're watching WPBA
That's
Billiards
right.
on YouTube. And now at the moment we're watching on Billiard TV and
Hey, that's
Amazon Prime. So thanks for tuning in. If you're interested in being part of our chat group though and getting involved with the live chat room, you can always come over to the YouTube channel. It is WPBA Billiards. You just search that and you'll find us live, and our chat room is amazing. We have a great chat family. So always welcome. Just make sure you subscribe on your way in.
she made 3 balls on a break and possibly hooked on the 2 ball.
She's definitely walking around checking it out. I do think so.
Mm-hmm. Looks like she may be able to masse.
She looks like she's putting a little left-hand spin on it, maybe to swerve around just the edge of that red 3. Don't forget, next month, folks, we're going to be in Green Bay, Wisconsin for the Oneida World 8-Ball Championships. So that's pretty exciting. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and follow us on all the socials. WPB Women's Professional Billiards Association is on, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, and I believe Instagram as well. So
Yep.
make sure you go check out those social media platforms.
Can't tell if she can pocket that 5 ball. And she was just looking at that. Once she pockets the 3. Ah. She left that for her opponent to solve.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a little bit shameful that she makes 3 balls on the break, right? And then just doesn't really get a lot going right after that. You know, starting off with such a tester.
Is that pocket open?
I do think so. I think the ball goes past. I mean, it's tight, but I do think it goes past there. I think the biggest problem here is the rack being there.
Right.
But because it's so distracting when you're trying to hit a precise point of a pocket. But we all know the perfect rack does pretty good when balls need to be shot over top of it. So it really isn't a huge hindrance. So we'll see how Sakura approaches this. And she hits it nicely. All right, so she's very
Okay, very
steep on
good.
the
Yeah,
6.
yes.
Very steep, but definitely gives her some options here.
For that Z.
Yeah,
There
everybody's
you
looking for
go.
the effort shot. That's what we all call it, right?
Yes.
Everybody calls it the effort shot. All right, so I like this. This is also, I mean, do you just pocket speed this ball up one rail and shoot the 9 in the right hand lower, or do you like to shoot it with a little pace and bring in one rail back out, shooting the 9 in the same pocket? So
I would shoot the
preferential.
9 where she is now because I'm left-handed.
Yeah,
And that's
absolutely.
a better side of the table for me.
Well, it's very natural just to roll it in too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't mind going, if I'm like a little nervous, I tend to hit the ball with a lot of pace. So sometimes I'll like go back out towards the center of the table just to calm my nerves, and then I don't have to worry about trying to hold something if I'm nervous.
Right.
But it's definitely the right shot to shoot it to just one reel it back out. All right, so it looks like Savannah's going to take her player break. Folks, while she does that, please enjoy our season opener video talking about all the champions from 2024. Hey guys, just letting you all know that we are waiting for the players to come back from their break. It looks like Savannah has taken a break. I think that Sakura is just practicing. They are allowed to do that whenever a player takes a break. You see there, she's moving the balls. There you go, guys. I'm going to throw a couple more graphics for you while we wait for Savannah Easton to come back to the table. All right, guys, just so you guys can see what's kind of going on around the room while we wait for Savannah to come back to her table. Billy Billings is currently down 3-2 to Christina Zlateva, the Slayer. Ayala Soledad is up 4-0 over Stephanie Mitchell, the Velvet Hammer. And Su Yi Yoon, I'm not familiar with her, just so she's new to the tour. I do believe this is her first event. It's 2-1 over Caroline Powell. Chihiro Kawahara is up 3-2 over Janet Atwell. Susan Williams and June Myers are at 2s. Olivia Chang is down 2-1 to Shayna Lewis at the moment. And Tracy Cantrell and Chaeyu Cho are just getting started. So it looks like Savannah has made it back to the table. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I've got Kia Burwell in the booth with me, and
All right.
we're back in action. So here we go. Looks like Sakura to break. Savannah did rack. Sakura is allowed to check the rack.
Without touching the rack.
Yeah, she cannot touch it. If she needs an adjustment, she can ask her opponent to make the adjustment. If they can't agree on that, then we would bring in our tour staff, tournament director, Mr. Dean Raisler, and he would rack for them.
Fortunately, she is hooked on that 2-ball. The way the balls broke, it kind of reminded me of straight pool. They go out, hit the rail, and come back together. Those 3 balls in the middle, 2, 5, and 9, they kind of started gathering.
Yeah, they kind of went back at it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so not sure if she just used her extensions. Not sure how exactly. I don't know if she called her extension. Maybe she's just checking to see if she got the full 60 seconds. I'm not really sure.
And she just looked like she just looked
Yeah.
back at the clock.
She just looked at the timekeeper. This is you know, is Savannah going to go offensive here? Or is she definitely, I mean, did she try to thread it? That's a tough thread, just, knowing that you're, especially when you're shooting from such a distance, to come through the 4-9. Unfortunately, she pockets the pink 4. 5-9,
Yeah.
pink 4.
Uh-huh.
Nice jump. That's something I will say. Savannah does jump the balls very well.
Such a tester as well, with the cue ball being so close to the rail.
All right, so shooting with a lot of distance. It's hard to shoot this to with a lot of accuracy. Just going for the crossover, and she swishes it. Works out
That
well.
worked out very well.
All right, just gonna roll that in. Pocket speed. Can't tell exactly what kind of angle she has on this ball, or any.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's pretty straight, isn't it? All right.
She gonna cheek the pocket, pull, draw back.
Full draw. Great shot. All right, so the only thing that can't happen here is to end up straight in. So she needs to just play this with a little bit of roll forward like you just seen, and leave herself enough angle that she can get the cue ball back down table and not on a rail for a shot on the 9.
I just realized she's a lefty like me. I said, oh, yeah. In my mind, I'm saying she's going to play to that side of the table.
Because, yeah.
Because she's left-handed.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, then you're the perfect one to call this match. Ta-da!
Who knew?
All right, so there she has it. Sakura has extended her lead 5-1 over Savannah Easton, the Roadrunner. Sav just really hasn't had much chance of getting anything going yet in this match.
Yeah.
But we know here at the WPBA that that there is a tendency to see a momentum shift right about at this point in the match. So we'll see if that happens for us. Real quick, let's say thank you to our sponsors while the girls are racking the balls. Soaring Eagle, this is the 2025 Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort Masters event. We are sponsored as tour sponsors by Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Big Family Custom Creations for all your apparel needs. The ICA, check them out at icatrainingtool.com. How Tips, How Flash Carbon Shafts, as well as Super Shot Billiards, Kamui brand, Classic Billiards in Florida. The Perfect Rack is the official rack sponsor of the WPBA, and Castillo Leather Goods. This event is a world ranking event with the WPA, produced by the WPBA. Savannah Easton to break.
Good thing for Savannah in this rack, she isn't hooked or anything after making the ball on the break. So I know she's eager to turn this thing around. And that's a great start. Wonderful safety. The good thing with this layout, there are no clusters, no balls on the rail. So let's see if Savannah can run this out and play a little catch up. Oh, unfortunately, she missed that shot.
It's not your fault, Kia.
Oh,
So many people think that they're commentators, they're cursing the players, but it's not.
it was an unexpected miss. I'm not sure what Sakura was trying to do there. I thought she could make the one from the angle that I'm seeing here. But then the cue ball, she had the cue ball roll forward. She missed the shot. It bobbled.
Oh.
And the cue ball rolled forward,
Maybe
so
it
she
was
would have
one
been
of those.
hooked.
Yeah, maybe she just felt like it was one of those, those odd angles coming from that end into the side pocket.
Yes.
And these diamonds, they have a tendency to spit them back at you. So I wonder if she was just in the middle, right? Not here nor there, but in her mind. Yeah, it was like she was conflicted on which way she should approach it. And then she does exactly what we all do at times, and she caught it in between. Right? Like
Yeah.
mentally, you catch it in between,
Yeah.
and then you're like, yeah, I just did that. All right. So for Savannah, she's very happy that she did that.
Right.
Let's see if she can get that cue ball up there, and she got
She
it
got it
there.
there. She has to settle herself.
It's tough. She's in there pretty deep,
Hmm.
so I think, but I mean, I think that in this situation, you and I have been doing this a long time. So you think about it, we know how momentum shifts. We
Yes.
see it all the time. And Savannah, I know, is such a solid young player, but in her mind, she's just so competitive. I wonder if she just doesn't realize to stay settled,
Yeah.
because more times than not, you'll see these momentum shifts dead in the middle of the match. And like if you're on the downside of it, you just got to wait for it to happen for you,
Hmm. Hmm.
But you got to stay positive or else it
Right.
doesn't come. So I don't know.
That's the big
Like,
key, staying
yeah, this
positive.
is where, she's so talented. But she's still a young lady. So, and as much as they've got her out there and she's working her butt off to get there, she'll learn all these things.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still hard when you're just so competitive.
Yeah.
I heated young lady. I was very, very competitive. So I feel like I understand that with her. She just wants so badly to play perfectly. She's a wonderful young lady too, and so I get a kick out of Sav.
I remember that stage,
Oh
wanting to
yeah.
play perfectly.
Yes.
And that means
Yes.
you're putting too much pressure on yourself and don't
Hmm.
realize it. Now I've learned to kind of dial back, like, okay, you did that and it was a bad thing. All right,
Hmm.
just laugh it off and keep it pushing.
You have to be able to learn from your mistakes in order
Yes,
to grow,
yes.
for
Very
sure.
nice.
And I think she's very good at that.
Yeah,
I think she's obviously, look how much she's
look at
grown,
this.
but she definitely, I mean, she still got some of those things from because she's just so competitive. It's wonderful. She's gonna tighten right up here and get it
Look at
done.
this. Yeah.
We'll see a little pep in that ponytail.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Savannah Easton getting to two
All right.
here. 5-2 is the score between Savannah Easton and Sakura Muramatsu. And looks as though it's Sakura's break next. Wei Su Chen, a very, very popular Taiwanese player.
Yeah.
We love us a little Wei Wei. She's a great girl. I appreciate it. I actually think I'm okay. It is. Oh, is it? Okay, well, do you want to get? I will let you use my cup.
Sakura came up dry on her break, and Savannah jumped right out of her seat. So she's eager to continue the momentum she had in the previous rack. See how this goes.
Right, so she's coming in. A good shot by Sav.
Mm-hmm.
She could come on the short side of that shot, but that's not always a bad thing. She's getting some angle on the 2. Now she just has to decide what's her path back to the red 3.
Well, is she going to play a defense shot?
She can definitely do that
Yeah.
as well. She, you
Yeah.
know, you've seen her brain doing it
Yeah, I
too,
saw it.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
She's got so much character at the table. All right, so I don't know how much of this too. I'm sure she can see some of it. How much of it, I'm not exactly sure. It's like
Maybe a quarter of the ball.
So I wonder if she can
Slightly less.
bank it back into the pack without risking the scratch. You think that's possible, Kia?
I really can't tell from this angle. Okay, there.
All right,
she's
so
safe.
that worked out well.
Yeah.
It's very difficult from a camera view, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Very nice. She measured that very nice and executed it well. And look, yeah, I was just looking to see she could possibly make that 9-ball carrying off the 3. And in those cases, you have to focus on one thing. You may be going for the 9, then you focus on that. If you're going for the 3, hoping to make the 9, focus on the 3.
I don't think Savannah is excited about the position on this 5 here. Let's play a 2-way shot,
Yeah.
potentially get the cue ball down. Actually, I think she went all offensive there. I think she was trying to make that bank. I don't think, because the cue ball doesn't track anywhere except great on the 6. She had great cue ball control
she did.
there. So I think that was just, you know, I think she went offensive at it and she laid it in the pocket. Maybe hoping to come up a little short in case if it banks short, then it comes back to the short rail on the bottom, you know. But she caught it fat, so. Very well played by Sakura.
So that means the pocket is open, which I wasn't sure of. And I said, well, let's see how she plays that, and then I would know for sure. Yeah. Because I wasn't sure if she was going to take the same path to get to the position that Savannah went.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? To get on that side of the ball.
6 to the 7. The 7. See if the 6 goes past the 7, you mean into the pocket. Yeah, I gotcha.
On the left side.
All right, well played. Was she falling a little straight here?
Tiny bit of angle. It looks like she's going to just draw it straight back.
No, I think she can slide it. Is she? Yeah, she did fall straight on that though.
Hmm. Another in-betweener, kind of.
Do you think she trains some and plays doubles with Noyoikioi?
Does she play doubles with him?
Yeah, I feel like they were partners at
Mm.
the world doubles thing they just did not long ago.
Oh, I didn't see that, but I hear she does train with him.
Yeah, yeah, I thought they played doubles together as well. I think he might, and he would be my absolute favorite doubles partner on the planet. He's so funny. All right. So there we go, folks. Sakura has extended her lead. It's 6-2. We're getting ready to break rack 9.
Savannah's break.
It will be Savannah's break. She's gotta get it. She's gotta get something rolling. I know it's very difficult, but I've seen her come back from tougher deficits. So, uh, you know how it is.
Yeah,
We know how
it can
pool
turn at
works.
any moment, even down to a hill. It could still turn, or a hill with a bigger deficit. It could still turn.
No, it wasn't the World Cup of pool. That's not what I meant to say when I was talking about the doubles. Remember, there was a doubles event by, I don't know, Predator or something. Wasn't it out in Vegas? Wasn't there a doubles event alongside the BCAPL Nationals? It's like
Yeah, I'm not
doubles and
sure.
yeah, I don't remember either, but I thought I saw that they had played together, her and Yoiki. Doesn't matter. Sakura's having a good showing here in this match. She's very steady, makes good decisions. I can get in line with that no matter who's coaching her. Yeah. Little
Hmm.
tap containing safe, just kind of putting distance between the balls, trying to get them end rail to end rail. That's a good shot by Savannah. She definitely used that wall of balls right there to just give her some room to breathe and figure it out because the rack is not sitting well.
Right, and make her opponent work.
Mm-hmm. All right, nice
Oh,
shot.
that was very nice. Nice pace on that. Uh,
But I cannot tell. I
don't
do
think she
think
was rewarded. Can she see the
no.
left side of the? Mm,
Does look as though she can. I mean, if nothing else, she can cross over the face of it, but she does need to be mindful of the pocket. She doesn't want to lose the cue ball and cause herself to scratch. She may have it. She may be able to bank it out of there. You know, camera views are so deceiving
yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
you know?
It looks from this angle. It looks like she can see the left side of that ball. From the other camera angle, it was tougher to judge for me. Well, she's going to two-rail kick
Too
it,
real under it, so she
make the
couldn't
ball
see enough
bigger,
of it. Good shot.
makes the ball
What
bigger.
a good shot. Very good
Hmm.
decision there. Oh, that's fun. Yep. So I had someone send me a message
Hmm.
about yeah, they were doubles partners.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Hmm.
I thought so. I thought I had seen that. Yeah, she didn't put a whole lot on her bio sheet for us, so we don't really know a lot about her, but we We're excited to have her here, coming to the events that she can come to. She definitely belongs to be here. She's a very talented young lady.
That's so true. So her first event was that this year's Olhausen Racks event?
I
Or was
don't
that
I
last year?
don't think so because I think she played in some of the other events when we were partnered up with the Predator Group. Yeah, I know, but I thought she played it. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this was last year's Olhausen Racksmith.
Ah,
Do you know what I mean? I
yes.
wonder if this was last year's event because I feel like she's played in at least one or two of our other events. All right, guys. So let's get back to the match here. Let's focus on the balls at hand. Um,
Savannah tried to play safety and came up short, and so Sakura can see that. Oh no. And although the Savannah's safety was a fail, she won the safety battle, technically. She's able to pocket a ball and
yeah.
take control again.
Well, with the alternate break format, got to start trying to take advantage of the opportunities. Sakura needs 2 racks to win this match, so it's a 6-2 race at this point.
Mm. She was a little more settled in her stroke, compared to her last shot. Fortunately, she bobbled that ball.
All right, not a bad play there by Savannah. Play it in the 2-way, play it with the right speed.
Yeah.
Thank you to
Two
everyone.
rail kick.
Yeah, another 2-rail kick. I feel like these ladies have had a couple decent safety battles. Definitely. Now, guys, everybody at home, don't forget after this matchup, we will be taking a break. Our next feature match will be at 7 o'clock Eastern time zone. Now, Sav starts pushing back here. We may be watching pool until 7 o'clock time zone.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of one stroke that.
Yeah, that was
Wasn't
a
settled.
ball in hand situation, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, been there. It's like been there. It's very easy to lose focus when you're already down in a match, and
Right.
then you get the opportunity, and then you just kind of get down and do what you know you're supposed to do, but you're not focused through the process. So, unfortunately, all right, so Sakura was able to make a clean rail first shot to the 3. It's a good job. 1 rail back out to the center of the table. She is shooting the pink 4. These are the Aramith Black series. Pink 4, purple 5. Well played.
Yeah, very smooth.
All right, just pocket this ball. A little below center. She may have fallen a little straight on this. But I think she's fine. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah,
She can just draw it back.
I think she's fine as well. Yep.
I think she's just a little off angle, which actually isn't a bad thing. She could play this with little draws. Should slide to the right side of the 9 ball in your view. Just like that.
Very good.
Very, very well played. This 9 ball gets Sakura on the hill. All right, Sakura is on the hill. Score is currently 7-2 over Savannah Easton. This is an A-side first round matchup here at the 2025 Soaring Eagle Masters in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Just a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting to Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, folks, we're back at it.
Sakura's on the hill, and she's breaking. Sure, she's loving that.
Wow. Very nice break.
Yeah. No clusters. Nothing
No.
on the rail.
Very nice break. And not making the one in the side actually ended up working well, although the 2 set up well anyhow.
Yeah.
So either way she'd win, she was sitting pretty well. All right, so the 1, she wants to make sure that she leaves a proper angle to get back above the 3. So it's not, you know, looking 2, 3 balls ahead is definitely important in this particular situation.
And it looks like, yeah, that 3 ball, getting to that 3 is key to this rack.
Absolutely. All right, she's got a bit of angle, but I don't know if it's enough. What do you think here, Kia? I mean, she's going to have to really strike this ball not only clean, but put some pace
Put
on
some
it.
pace on it, yeah.
She's looking, I wonder if she's, she looked at the line across. The 3 doesn't go past the brown 7 of tables, so she's got to be above this side pocket or above the 3.
Just a tiny bit of left English. Yeah.
All right.
Not
So,
too much so it doesn't take her cue ball too far.
yeah, that is not a bad look. She struck that ball very well.
Oh, be careful there. What do you think? Float the cue ball forward so that she's below, closer to the short rail, below the 5.
Yeah,
Slightly below the 5 to get.
I think you
Mm-hmm.
should do,
See,
yeah, I think you
but she,
should do what you're comfortable with. But
yeah,
in this particular case, the cue ball tracked forward and ended up getting very close to
yeah,
the left long rail.
yeah.
I do think that I prefer that shot as well, but I don't really care for the cue ball being on the rail,
Mm-hmm.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
She can play short side on this with some left hand spin, and still focus on just keeping a level cue and pocketing the 5. So we'll see with a little left hand spin if she can just play kind of like bumping the 7. That would be ideal. Or she went a little short.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I think I play that with less pace and more spin, just personally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with that.
but it's not a terrible spot. She has options. She can be offensive and shoot the shot. She also has a safety option here with the 7
The
ball being
7.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
She could, use the 7 and the 9 as blockers and bank the 6 down table if she just doesn't like the shot. But she looks pretty much like she's going for it.
I think she is.
She's got a good pace at the table. She's in the lead. It's kind of a freebie in my opinion.
Right. Her Q-tip position shows that she's going for that shot too. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, the 9's big. Watch
Ooh.
out. All right, so she manages to get past that, but left herself a tester. She's had a very good match here, so she should have a lot of confidence coming into this. I don't think we'll see a lot of deceleration in the backstroke.
Mm-hmm.
She shoots this ball with a good solid pace, nice and controlled. She should be just fine. If not, Savannah Easton will be happy to take it. She called her extension. She knows this is a big shot in this rack.
Yeah.
And in the match, really. But although I do feel like alternate break format, she'll get a couple more opportunities to do something with the
Yeah.
break,
That's true.
But sitting on the hill, you just don't want to deal with it anymore. You're like, come on, let's do
get
it.
it over with. Let's do this.
And
Oh,
she
very
strikes it
nice.
very clean.
Mm-hmm. And
Kept
just
the cue,
taking
yeah,
what the table gives her.
yeah. Kept the cue ball just coming in a straight
Mm-hmm.
line back and forth across the table. Just really focusing on pocketing the ball. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh.
Oh.
All right, so she gets that cue ball down table. She leaves Sav a serious tester. All right, I've seen this young lady make some crazy good shots though,
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't put
Yes.
it, I'm not saying by any means that the Roadrunner can't make this ball. I'm just saying that from a player's perspective, this is a tester. It's long, and
And it's on the rail, or
yeah,
close
and
enough to it.
you don't have a lot of cue ball to work with.
Oh, no. Oh.
All right, so Sav's going to concede that 9 ball. That's okay going forward. Congratulations, Sakura Muramatsu. I believe she'll be playing tonight at 9 o'clock again. You can follow along at digitalpool.com. Savannah Easton will be done until tomorrow. So we'll see her making the scenic route through this event.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to Sakura. Thank you so
That's the
much,
long
Kia,
road. You're
for
welcome.
joining me in the booth. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. All right, so We want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I think our next matchup is going to be at 7 o'clock. It should be Kelly Fisher versus Jasmine Ocean. This is an A-side second round matchup. Let me just double check my information and make sure. Yep, so we will be back at 7 o'clock. Make sure if you're not already a subscriber to the WPBA Billiards on YouTube that you take just a second to hit the subscribe button, tap the bell so you don't ever miss a rack here at the WPBA. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and we'll be back as soon as we can. Have a great night, guys.